Vanilla or chocolate? Why choose when you can have both? This marble tea cake is simple, elegant, and surprisingly easy to swirl. Let's dive into the recipe. We're keeping things quick today by using the blender for a super smooth base. Start by adding 3 eggs, one by one. This ensures every egg is fully incorporated, creating a light, airy foundation for our marble cake. Next, we're adding our sweetness. I'm using 1 cup of white sugar for that classic cake structure, plus half a cup of brown sugar. That brown sugar is the secret to a moist, soft crumb and a deeper flavor that pairs perfectly with the chocolate. To keep our cake extra moist for days, I'm pouring in a 1/4 cup of oil followed by 1/3 cup of milk. This combination is the key to a light, velvety texture that isn't too heavy but stays perfectly soft. Since you're using a blender, let it run for about 30 to 45 seconds after adding the sugars. You want to make sure the sugar crystals are mostly dissolved into the eggs. This results in a beautiful, crackly top and a smooth interior. Now, in a large bowl, we're prepping our base with 1½ cups of all-purpose flour. Make sure to whisk it or siftifies to get rid of any lumps. This is what gives us that professional, airy texture. Don't forget your baking powder, usually 1 to 2 teaspoons for this amount of flour, and a pinch of salt to balance all that sweetness from the sugars. Create a small well or hole in the middle of the flour before pouring in your blender mixture. This helps you fold everything together more evenly. To bring all these flavors together, I'm adding a few drops of vanilla essence. It adds that classic, comforting aroma that fills the whole house while the cake is in the oven. Use a spatula to fold gently until just combined. Stop the moment you see no more white streaks of flour. Stop scrolling. If you think Dale is boring, you haven't tried my chakata miso. It's tangy, it's spicy, and when it hits this fluffy white rice, it's a total flavor explosion. Forget everything you know about comfort food. We're taking Dale to a whole new level today. We're using a mix of mung and miso Dale for that creamy, velvety texture. After a good soak, we're pressure cooking them with just a few basic spices until they're soft and buttery. Now, here's where the chakata magic happens. I'm adding a touch of tamarind and some secret spices to give it that signature tanginess that sets this recipe apart. It's not just ale, it's an explosion of flavor. You can't have dal without a sizzling taco. We're tempering garlic, cumin, and whole red chilies in hot oil. Just listen to that sizzle. This is where the aroma really takes over the kitchen. I'm serving this over a bed of steaming, long-grain white boiled rice. Look at that beautiful golden color against the white rice. It's simple, soulful, and absolutely delicious. Give this recipe a try and let me know how it turned out. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more easy, tasty recipes. Happy cooking! Craving restaurant-style Chinese at home? Today, I'm showing you how to make this incredibly saucy dragon chicken paired with fluffy Chinese vegetable rice. It's spicy, crunchy, and absolutely delicious. First, let's prep the chicken. We're coating bite-sized julienne pieces in a light, crispy batter. This is the secret to getting that perfect golden crunch before we toss it in the glaze. I am taking 600 grams of boneless chicken. To start our dragon chicken, we're marinating the chicken pieces to pack in the flavor. First, I'm adding salt, black pepper, and red chili powder for that perfect kick. For that authentic Chinese taste, we're following up with white pepper powder and a spoonful of chicken powder. Now for the liquids, a splash of soy sauce, a bit of vinegar, and a dash of Worcestershire sauce to bring all those savory notes together. Now, for that perfect restaurant-style crunch, I'm adding 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour and 2 tablespoons of corn flour. To bind everything together and give it a beautiful golden color, we're adding 1 egg. Mix it all up until the chicken is perfectly coated in this smooth, thick batter. This is what makes our dragon chicken so crispy and delicious. Mix it well and let those spices soak in. Now, let's prep our vegetables. I'm cutting the capsicum into thin julienne strips. This long, slender cut not only looks professional but also cooks quickly, staying nice and crunchy. These colorful strips are going to add a beautiful pop of green and a fresh bite to our spicy dragon chicken. Perfect for that restaurant-style presentation. Likewise, I'm taking 2 medium onions and cutting them into thin, julienne-style strips. These long slices will saute perfectly alongside our capsicum, adding a touch of sweetness and that signature restaurant texture to our dragon chicken. Preparation is key to a fast stir-fry. Now, let's prepare the heart of this dish, the dragon sauce. This is what gives our chicken that incredible spicy, savory, and sticky finish. I'm starting with 1 cup of chicken stock. If you don't have stock on hand, don't worry. Just dissolve 1 chicken cube in a cup of hot water and mix it well. It works perfectly. To our stock, I'm adding 2 to 3 tablespoons of ketchup and 3 tablespoons of garlic ketchup for that extra punch. Next, in goes a splash of soy sauce, a dash of Worcestershire sauce, and some chili sauce for the heat. For the spices, we're adding salt, red chili powder, and black pepper. Finally, I'm adding 1 tablespoon of corn flour. Now, whisk it all together until it's perfectly combined. Our dragon sauce is ready to go. Now, it's time to fry. I'm taking our marinated, julienne cut chicken and adding it to some hot oil. Make sure not to overcrowd the pan so every piece gets that beautiful, golden brown crust. We're looking for a perfect crunch on the outside while keeping the chicken tender and juicy on the inside. Once they're crispy and golden, we'll take them out and set them aside. Just look at that texture. While our chicken is frying, let's get started on the Chinese vegetable rice. I'm boiling the rice in plenty of water until it's nearly cooked. The secret to perfect vegetable rice is to make sure the grains stay separate and fluffy. You don't want them overcooked. Once the rice is just right, we'll drain the water and set it aside to cool slightly. This will ensure our fried rice isn't mushy when we toss it with the veggies later. Now, let's bring some color to our Chinese vegetable rice. In a hot wok with a little oil, I'm sautéing the cabbage and carrots. We want to cook these on high heat for just a couple of minutes. This keeps the vegetables vibrant and gives them that signature snap you find in restaurant-style fried rice. The smell of these fresh veggies hitting the pan is absolutely amazing. Now, it's time to bring it all together. I'm adding our boiled rice right into the pan with those vibrant sautéed veggies. Gently toss everything together on high heat so the rice absorbs all that delicious flavor from the carrots and cabbage. We want every grain to be perfectly coated and fluffy. Look at those beautiful colors. This Chinese vegetable rice is looking absolutely spot on. Now for the grand finale, let's finish our dragon chicken. In a hot pan with a drizzle of oil. Starting with sizzling garlic and green chilies is a secret to that authentic, punchy Chinese flavor. We pour in that amazing dragon sauce we prepared earlier. Let it simmer for just a moment until it starts to thicken and turn glossy. I'm quickly sautéing our julienne cut onions and capsicum. We want them to stay vibrant and crunchy. Our dragon chicken is perfectly sourced, shiny, and ready to serve alongside our fresh Chinese vegetable rice. If you enjoyed this recipe, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Secret Ingredient Kitchen for more weekly cooking inspiration. See you in the next video. Forget everything you know about standard chocolate chip cookies. Today, we're taking the classic recipe and hiding a molten, velvety secret right in the middle. These are perfectly crisp on the edges, chewy in the center, and absolutely loaded with chocolate. First up, the heart of our cookie. Toss 160 grams of dark chocolate and 20 grams of butter into a bowl with 70 grams of milk. Give it a quick 1 to 2 minute zap in the microwave until it's perfectly melted and velvety. Next, we're moving on to the cookie base with 230 grams of butter. We're using a blend of 200 grams of brown sugar and 140 grams of white sugar. Now, we're moving on to our dry ingredients. Weigh out 500 grams of all-purpose flour and sift it in for a perfectly smooth dough. To give these cookies that signature soft, melt-in-your-mouth texture, we're adding 30 grams of corn flour into our dry mix. Now, fold in 200 grams of semi-sweet chocolate chips. This is where all that classic, melted goodness comes from in every single bite. We start with the foundation, softened unsalted butter. granulated sugar, and brown sugar. The brown sugar is the secret to that deep, toffee-like flavor and the perfect chewy texture. Cream these together until the mixture is light, pale, and fluffy. Next, beat in 3 large eggs. A generous high-quality classic granulated coffee. You want to mix this just until combined. Don't overdo it, or you'll incorporate too much air. Add in a generous splash of high-quality vanilla extract. Sift in your corn flour, baking powder, all-purpose flour, and a pinch of salt to balance the sweetness. Gently fold the dry ingredients into the wet until no streaks of flour remain. Now, the best part, fold in a mountain of semi-sweet chocolate chips. Every bite needs a bit of crunch. Now for the magic. Take a tablespoon of dough, flatten it in your palm, and place your filling right in the center. You can use a chocolate truffle, a frozen dollop of hazelnut spread, or even a piece of dark chocolate. Wrap the dough around it carefully, making sure there are no gaps for the filling to leak out. Chill the dough balls for at least 30 minutes to prevent spreading. Then, bake them at 190 degrees Celsius 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 10 to 12 minutes. You're looking for golden brown edges while the center still looks slightly soft. Let them cool just enough so you don't burn your tongue. And enjoy that incredible molten center. Truly the ultimate cookie experience. If you enjoyed this recipe, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to join the Secret Ingredient Kitchen family. If there's one dish that defines the rugged, authentic flavors of KP, it's the legendary Benu beef pulao. We're starting with 1.5 kilograms of fresh beef. This is where all the richness begins. First, we're preparing our beef stock. We want to simmer this until the beef is perfectly tender and the water is infused with all those deep flavors. To start our stock, we're adding enough water to fully cover our 1.5 kilograms of beef. First, a good amount of salt. This ensures the meat is seasoned all the way to the bone. Next, we add turmeric. This is what gives our stock that beautiful, golden base and helps with that final pulio color. And finally, a touch of garam masala. This infuses the beef with those deep, warm aromatics that Bennu pulio is famous for. Give it about 20 to 25 minutes. This is a perfect amount of time to transform 1.5 kilograms of beef into something incredibly tender. The secret starts right here. We're browning these onions until they reach a deep, rich mahogany. That's where that iconic dark color comes from. Now, we're adding a final touch of garam masala. This late addition keeps the aroma fresh and bold. We're going to saute this on medium heat for just another 1 to 2 minutes. This short step helps the spices coat the beef perfectly. We're adding in a fresh ginger garlic paste. This is going to balance the richness of the beef perfectly. Now, the moment we've been waiting for. We're taking that perfectly tender beef we prepared earlier and adding it directly into our base of dark fried onions and ginger garlic paste. Now, for a bit of a kick, we're adding in these fresh green chilies. They're going to give our pulao that perfect, spicy balance. Next, we're adding in our freshly chopped tomatoes. These are going to add just the right amount of tanginess to the base. We're going to fry this on high heat for just another 1 minute. We want them to soften slightly and meld with the onions and spices. Now, we're balancing the flavors. In goes the salt. For that signature heat, we add our red chili powder, coriander powder, and garam masala. This is the secret to that lingering, warm spice that makes every bite better. And now, the star of the show, our reserve beef stock, or yakni. This is pure flavor, packed with the essence of the 1.5 kilograms of beef we slow cooked earlier. Pour it all in. This liquid gold is what the rice is going to soak up to become truly legendary. Bring this to a gentle boil. Every ingredient is now working together to create that authentic Bennu taste. It's time for the rice. We're adding 1.5 kilograms of soaked rice. Gently stir it in. We want every single grain to be submerged in that dark, flavorful beef stock. With equal parts beef and rice, every spoonful is going to be packed with flavor. We'll let this cook on high heat until the water starts to dry up. Just look at those grains soaking up all that liquid gold. We're only minutes away from the perfect dam. If you enjoy this recipe, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my channel, Secret Ingredient Kitchen, for more authentic and delicious recipes.